folks. If you can hear me now, apologies. We had some technical difficulties there. So the score is 5-0 in favor of Brookings. We got 2 outs, runners. Bases are loaded. And we've gone through the lineup once, or Brookings has gone through the lineup. We're currently on the second batter in the lineup, Jude Mendering. And his count is at 3-2. And he walks in another, get the score to 6-0 for Brookings.
Batting for Brookings.
Major Nussbaum was the original pitcher for Wayzata. He just exited the game for number 32. All right. There's a strike. We have number 6 at bat, Noah Levy, the 3 batter. Strike 2. Noah's playing first base for Wayzata. There is our 1-2 offering. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Brings the count to full. Runners going to second base, and we have an error on the second baseman. We're getting 2 runs made it in.
Now up to bat for Brookings, shortstop, number 4, Baker Hansen.
All right, batting 4 is Baker Hansen. It's a shortstop. Throw back to second, no good. Here's the offering, just outside. Ball's in the dirt. Catcher finds it too late to make a play at third or second, so the runners advance. And our count is 2 balls and no strikes. Runners at second and third. Swing and a miss. Offering just outside. Count will be 3-1. Oh, celebrated a little too soon there. Count is full. Now he's got to go retrieve his bat. Never a fun moment for a batter. All right, 3-2 count, and that one is the ball. All right, we are back to bases loaded. for Brookings. And that will bring up a catcher, Ben Schulte.
Now batting number 12, Ben Schulte.
First pitch is a ball. And a strikes in there for 1-1. 1-1, 2 out. Runners on every bag. That one's high.
Yeah, I mean that's great. Ending it either way or two, it's obviously working. But coach, I'm like, okay, swing the guy. Come on.
Oop.
It's a BP out there.
Good cut on that. Foul ball. Brings the count to 2-2. Ben Schulte is the 14th batter that Wayzata has faced in this top half of the first inning. Foul ball. Two. Break the ball didn't get in there for a strike, so we are at a full count. And the runners go. Strike three. So that ends the top half of the first inning. Brookings scores 8, 3 guys left on base.
8 runs, 0 hits.
And
Fargo Post 2 would like to take a moment to thank our sponsor, First International Banking Trust. First International Banking Trust.
on to pitch for Brookings is Sutton Schneider.
Opening the door to your dream home. Count on.
All right. Carter Anderson leading off for Wayzata. He's the first baseman. First pitch is a strike. Oop. Good cut. Strike two. Sutton Schneider pitches, delivers, hit to the first baseman, and he makes a good play. And touches the base, and Carter is out for out number 1.
Now up to bat, number 9, Major Nussbaum.
All right, Major Nussbaum now up to bat. Good swing. He was the original, excuse me, he was the original pitcher for Wayzata. All right. Sutton's second pitch. And another swing and a miss. 0-2. Major with good contact, right to the center fielder for out number 2. Throw back to first. Cam Abler is safe. So my mic was off there, folks. Sorry about that. Cam Abler's on first base, and Eddie Shope, the right fielder, is up to bat. And ball is in play to first, and he's just going to take it himself for the third out. So Wayzata was able to get one hit in that inning, but one left on base.
No runs, 1 hit.
Score remains 8-0. All right, we're about to start the top of the second inning. Zach Fry is on the bump for Wayzata. He finished the first inning for Wayzata after Major Nussbaum opened the game for Wayzata. And a swing and a miss for Dixon Dower. He is the number 6 batter in the lineup, playing left field. Second pitch from Zach is a ball in the dirt. Swing and a miss from Dixon. It's the count to 1-2. Pitch is just outside. 2-2. Ball in the dirt. The count is full. Full count, no out. Oop. Hit high up in the air, right into the gap. Is it going to fall? Oh, yeah. It's going to fall. Dixon's going for 2, and he's in safely for a double. So the first batter for Brookings is safely aboard.
Second baseman, number 20, Connor Jones.
Second baseman Connor Jones is up to the plate in the 7 hole. Got a runner on second base, no out. Our first pitch, foul ball. 0-1. 0-1 to Connor Jones. Well, check swing for strike 2.
Was that a hit or an error? Was it a
Dixon not being held on too tightly at second. And strikeout. Connor Jones strikes out. Looking for the first out of the inning. All right, Tate Sonnenberg, the DH, is up. Lefty takes a swing at the first pitch. 0-1. Play to hit the first. First baseman is going to touch the base, and we got 2 out. But Tate does move Dixon to third base, so he did advance the runner. So did his job. Parker White is up, our right fielder, with 2 out. First pitch is outside. 1-0. Oh, it's a good pitch there for strike 1. The offer from Zach Fry is inside. Moves the count to 2-1 for Parker White. 2-1. In there for a strike. 2-2. Zach's pitch. Swung on and missed. It'll end the inning for Brookings. So that'll take us to the bottom of the second. No runs with 1 hit. Score remains 8-0 in favor of Brookings.
Brookings.
All right, we're about to start the bottom of the second inning.
Wayzata, number 32, Zach Bray.
Second baseman Zach Frey hits it just over the shortstop's head. Rounds first for a single to start off the inning.
Up to bat, catcher, number 8, Alexander Johnson.
So we got a runner on first with no outs. Our catcher, Alexander Johnson, is up for Wayzata. Breaking ball in there for strike 1. Hit to the shortstop, possible double play here. Oh, and the second baseman slipped when he reached down for the ball, so we have an error and no outs and runners on first and second for Wayzata.
Now up to bat, center fielder, number 29, Jacob Miller.
Center fielder Jacob Miller's up to bat now, with the runners on first and second, and a chance to get some runs back for Wayzata. And it looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner at first for the catcher. Alright, arms getting back into position, and Sutton will be able to deliver his first pitch. Strike 1. Oh, and 1 for Jacob. Got the same pitch, but was able to get a piece of it that time. 0 and 2. Runners get their leads. And Sutton delivers. Up, high up in the air. Foul territory. Third baseman does track it down. It's out number 1. Next to bat is Joe Reviso. He's the third baseman. For Wayzata, We've got runners on first and second with one out.
Joe Rizzo.
First pitch as he catches the inside part of the plate for strike one.
ChatGPT helps me pronounce it. I just typed in the last name. Don't know how to pronounce his last name.
There's the pitch. Swung and missed, but runners take off and move. Runners are moved to second and third. So now we get Wayzata has two runners in scoring position.
Rip without the vet. So, what's that?
One out. 1-1 the count. Has the pass ball. Joe calls time. Gets back in the box. And here's our 1-1 pitch. Joe hits it over the right fielder's head. That should score 2 runs. Joe's going to dig for second base. And there we go. We got 2 runs in. So that will make the score 8-2.
Now up to bat, shortstop, number 10, Cole Ledman.
All right, shortstop Cole Ledman is up to bat. 1 out, runner on second. There's a strike for Sutton. Gets ahead of the batter. Swing and a miss. Oh, foul ball. So get the count to 0-2. All right, ump's got time. And Sutton's pitch. A breaking ball in foul territory. It looks like the first baseman can, and he does make the catch for 2 outs. And they doubled him. Runner at second got caught watching. So that brings the end to the second inning. Wayzata does get 2 runs back, so cutting the lead to 6. They're behind 8-2, and that'll bring us to the top of the third inning when we return. All right, we're getting ready to stop the top of the third. Zach Frey is still in pitching for Wayzata, and Brookings is at the top of their lineup with Nolan Krogman at bat. First pitch is in for a strike. Zach backs off the rubber. Nolan stays in the box. 0-1. Catches the outside part of the plate. 0-2. Catcher calling for, looked like he was calling it for high and inside, but got it low and away. 1-2. All right, that gets us to 2-2. And Nolan has worked the count full. Here's the pitch, in the dirt for a walk.
Now up to bat, center fielder, number 1, Jude Mendering.
Jude Mendering batting 2 in the lineup for Brookings. No out.
Nope.
1 on. First pitch is a ball and fired down to first. Check the runner. He's back safe. Runner goes. And yes, he did get him. Great throw by the catcher. Alexander Johnson. Perfect throw. Tag was there. Nolan had a good jump too. Just a better play by the catcher. All right, that gets us to 1 out. And that's in for a single. Jude with a nice hit there. So the score remains 8-2.
Number 6, Noah Lease.
We have 1 out, and Noah Lease, our number 3 batter for Brookings, is up to the plate. Runner goes again, and this throw not as on target as the first one. Brookings staying aggressive. Pays off for him there, getting their runner over to second base. For Noah, got him in scoring position. And the pitch from Zach. Swung on, and it's going to drop in for a single. Let's see what they do. Jude rounded first and thought better of trying to make a run for it. So we got runners at the corners.
Now up to bat for Brookings, shortstop, number 4, Baker Hansen.
All right, our number 4 batter's up, Baker Hansen. He plays shortstop. Catcher and pitcher are having a chat. Now our second baseman joins in. Boys got their call on for the first third situation. All right, Baker's right-hander steps up to the plate, and we'll see. He's showing bunt. See what happens. Zach Frey delivers. Ball's in the dirt. Runner takes second, and Jude stays at third base. One ball, no strikes. Runners in second and third. Swung on and foul ball. Evens out the count. Have to wait for the third baseman to get back into play here. He went and got the foul ball. Alright, Zach's pitch. Inside for a strike. Gets ahead. Zach pitching to Baker Hansen. And he has to swing at that one and fouls it off down the third baseline. Count remains at 1-2. Ben Schulte is on deck. And here's the pitch from Zach Fry, and it's in the dirt. We have the count back to even. Baker steps back in the box. Ready for the next pitch from Zach. And it's outside. Count is full. 1 out. And here comes the payoff pitch. Nice breaking ball. Baker swings and misses at that. That was a tough pitch. So that moves us to 2 outs.
Up to bat, Brookings catcher, number 12.
Running runners on second and third. So Ben Schulte, the catcher, is at the plate now. Getting his first offering from Zach Fry. And breaking ball for foul ball. Wasn't sure if that one was going to stay foul initially. So we're at 0-1. Dixon Dower's up on deck. Let's see if he gets a chance this inning. That pitch right down the middle for strike 2. Here's the 0-2. Fouled back. All right, 0-2. That is ball 1 for Ben Schulte. That one's in the dirt. Catcher does a good job blocking that one. Gets us to 2-2. The pitch is high. Full count. Here's the pitch. And it's a ball. So Van gets a walk. Next up, Dave Dower, number 10. He is our number 6 hitter. He's got the bases loaded.
Up to bat, left fielder, number 10, Dixon Dower.
First pitch is a ball. Second pitch to Dixon Dower is a strike. Bases are loaded. We have 2 outs. Breaking ball is in there for the second strike. And he just misses inside. 2-2. 2-2 for Zach Fry. Pitch into Dixon Dower. And that one's outside. All right, full count. That means the runners have an advantage. They can take off as soon as the pitch is released. And Zach Fry's ready to pitch. His delivery, breaking ball that just misses. So we walk the run in, making it 9-2.
Now batting for Brookings, second baseman, number 20, Connor Jones.
All right, Connor Jones is up to bat. Same situation as before, bases loaded. Oh, and we're going to have courtesy runner. Not sure who that was on second base. Connor's up. Oh, that was our catcher, Ben Schulte. And Zach's first pitch is in there for a strike. Counts 0-1, 2 out, bases loaded. Second pitch, it's high and outside. Evens the count at 1-1. There's a hit. Deep. It looks like it's going to be over the center fielder's head, and runs are scoring. Get it in for a good relay, and we cleared the bases. So 3 more runs score for Connor Jones. All right, that brings us our score to 12-2. And Tate has a ball, and Tate Sonnenberg up to batter, designated hitter for Brookings. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 runner on second base, and hit to the second baseman, makes a nice scoop, and first baseman makes a nice play as well to get the 3rd out of the inning. So that ends us with 12-2 at the top of the 3rd, and Wayzata will be batting in the bottom. All right, Carter Anderson up at the plate.
Batting for Wayzata, number 5, Carter.
Takes a ball from Sutton Schneider. And another one. 2 balls, no strikes. To the left-handed Carter Anderson.
Yeah, I'm back here at 7, so I think someone
And
else
foul
has to
ball.
ask
So
for the next
1-2. Carter plays first base for Wayzata. Takes an inside pitch for a strike. Evens the count up at 2-2. Pitch from Sutton is hit to the second baseman, and he mishandles it. All right, second baseman makes an error on fielding the ball, and Carter Anderson reaches first. So no out. And up next is Major Nussbaum, second baseman. Right-handed hitter digs in. And Sutton goes to the plate with a breaking ball. It's hit to third base, a chance for 2. Got the first one and couldn't scoop the second one. It wouldn't have mattered because he would have been safe. And the ball rolls into the dugout, and Major gets second base.
Up to bat for Wayzata, left fielder, number 12, Cam Allen.
So we get 1 out there. And Cam Abler is up to bat. Right-handed left fielder. And Sutton's first pitch is high for a ball. And the second pitch is a breaking ball that doesn't break as much as Sutton probably wanted it to. Middle infield not holding Major Nussbaum on second. And there's a hard hit ball. Line drive to the left fielder, and they hit the cut to keep Major at third base. And Cam Abler with a nice hit there.
Up to bat right fielder, number 16, Eddie Shope.
All right, 1 out, runners at the corners. Eddie Shope at the plate. Right-handed right fielder. And the pitch, and the runners don't go. And we got our first ball. Our second pitch hit down the first baseline, and they did. Sutton did a good job of scooping that ball and getting it to first base for the out. The run does score, so that moves our score from the score to 12-3.
Batting
Oops.
for Wayzata, pitcher number 32, Zach Gray.
All right, Zach Frey's up to bat, the pitcher. First pitch was a ball, runner on second base. Takes a cut there to even the count. And it's a ball. And got Cam Abler on second base for Wayzata with 2 outs. The delivery, ball's hit to third, and Play to first is not able to be collected by the first baseman, and Cam Abler scores.
Batting for Wayzata, catcher number 8, Alexander Johnson.
All right, so we still have 2 outs. Catcher Alexander Johnson steps up to the plate with 2 outs, runner on first. Sutton Schneider delivers, ball outside. The pitch, in there for a strike. 1-1. Two and one. One and two to Alexander Johnson. Zach Fry is on first. Gets his lead. And the pitch inside for a strikeout. It's 2 more runs for Wayzata in the bottom of the third. Scores 12-4. And when we return, it'll be the top of the fourth for the Brookings team to bat. All right, we're about to start the top of the fourth inning. Up to bat for Brookings is Parker Whitty, the right fielder. First pitch from Zach Frey is a strike. And another one. Zach came in relief in the first inning and has been pitching for Wayzata ever since.
Very good. Watching the triangle.
And
Yeah.
ball one.
9-man start or 11-man?
11-man right now, 9-man next, yeah.
1 and 2, and that one's outside. Down the middle to the shortstop. To first. And he's safe. Beat it out. Parker Whitty with a ground ball single to shortstop to lead off Brookings
Now batting
in the
for
fourth
Brookings.
inning.
Brookings, number 2, Nolan Brockman.
Wayzata obviously doesn't look very thrilled with that call. It was close, but Blue thought he was safe. All right, Sutton Schneider's up, our pitcher. And the throw back to first does not get Parker. All right, so it's 1-0. 1-0 to Sutton. Sutton takes a strike. 1-1. The pitch swung on. A slow drifter to short, and we got him this time. All right. All right, the top of the lineup for Brookings, Nolan Krugman's up. And we have runner on second base with 1 out. And the offering is high for a ball. Zach Free's second pitch is hit down to third. Third baseman looks him back, goes to first, and he takes off. And Brookings can't get the relay in time to get him out. Parker Whitty gets to third base. Nolan moves the runner. And we have 2 out in the inning. Jude Mendering is up to bat. Lefty digs in. First pitch is high. 2 outs, runner on third. And the count is 1-0. Throw back to third. Actually hit Parker. Alright, so 2 balls. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs. Runner at third for Jude. And he takes a good swing. It's up in the air. The left fielder looked to initially misplay it, but gets under it and makes the out to end the inning. Alright, so going into the bottom of the fourth, Brookings 12, Wayzata 4. Jacob Miller up to bat for Wayzata. Swings at the first pitch. And the second pitch swung on again and missed. Jacob is the center fielder for Wayzata today, batting 7. Foul tip. Maybe an accident, but the count remains at 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch is in there for a strike. Sutton with the strikeout.
Now batting Wayzata third baseman, number 6, Joe Ravizzo.
Joe Ravizzo up to bat with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Sutton Schneider still pitching. And Sutton's first pitch is swung on and fouled off. Blue has time as Wayzata retrieves the foul ball. And we're back. High and inside. A little chin music, a bow tie. And the ball is in play. Little nubber to third base. Oh, he is safe. It looked like it was a very close call. Blue obviously thought it was a tie and gave the tie to the runner.
Shortstop, number 10, Cole Ledman.
So Joe Ravizzo is on base for Wayzata. And Cole Ledman, our shortstop, is up. And Sutton Schneider throws it back to first. And here we go. To the plate we go, foul ball. 0-1 with 1 out. Bottom of the 4th. Sutton delivers, and he did go. So that's 0-2 for Cole. Joe Ravizzo's on first, and Cole puts the ball in play. See if it's not a slow roller enough to be. Yeah, I was gonna say it's too slow to turn 2, but it was too slow to shortstop to even get him out at first. So Cole Ledman with a hit. We got 2 runners on for Wayzata, and top of the lineup for Wayzata. Runners at first and second. The count is 1-0 to Carter, and he hits the ball high in the air, and it's over the right fielder's head. And we got to play at the plate. Oh no! Yeah, we got a pickle. So let's go. Oh no! Brookings bobbled the ball, and Joe Ravizzo is safe at home. It looked like he was kind of giving up there, and Brookings gave him a gift and bobbled the ball. So we got runners at first and second. A run scored for Wayzata. That gets us 12-5, and 1 out. And Sutton Schneider's getting a visit from his infield.
I mean, it works, I guess.
So our score is 12-5. Runners on first and second for Schneider.
Certainly see that happening.
And the first pitch to Major is a strike. All right, 0-1 to Major Nussbaum. Second baseman batting 2 for Wayzata. And he takes a good hack at that one to the shortstop. Can they turn 2? Nope, they won't even get one. So ball's out in the right field. And we'll get a runner scoring. And looks like we got a mound visit coming for Brookings. And after the error on the shortstop there, we got runners at first and third for Wayzata with 1 out. Don't know if we'll have a pitching change just yet. Looks like the coach is going to stick with Sutton Schneider.
Number 12, Cam Abler.
All right, 2 runners on for Cam Abler, number 3 hitter for Wayzata. And the pitch is just outside. Second pitch is outside as well. Oh. The count is 2-0. Now it is 2-1 to Cam Abler. Still just 1 out for Wayzata. And Sutton's pitch is high. Whips it back to first quickly. And the pitch is outside. Sorry, folks, that must have been 2-1 and not 3-1 on that pitch. So now it is 3-1 with 1 out to Cam Abler. And the pitch is hit hard to left field, over the left fielder's head. We're going to score 2 runs here. And they are going to throw it home. So that'll... Ooh, play at the plate. Got him. He is out. Abler does make it to third base. But Major Nussbaum's out at home. A great throw by the cut there. First pitch from Sutton is inside. Ball 1. This one's hit hard up the middle. Shortstop has it. Throw to first. Got him. And that will do it. We did have 2 outs because of Major getting caught at home. So that was the final out of the inning. And that will get us to the top of the 5th when we return. So our score is Brookings 12, Wayzata 7. And we're in the top of the fifth. And leading off the top of the fifth for Brookings is the 4 batter, Baker Hansen. And he hits it up the middle. It gets through, and he'll have a single, leadoff single for Baker Hansen.
Batting number 12, Ben Schulte.
All right, Zach Fry still on the mound for Wayzata. His first pitch to Ben Schulte. Ben Schulte shows bunt and does, but he bunts foul. 0-1 the count. Baker Hansen on first. Fry's pitch in for a strike, and the throwdown is bobbled, and Baker is in at second. Count is 0-2 to the catcher. And up the middle. Right back to Zach Fry, and he throws to first, and the runner takes off at second and airmails it. And we'll get a run scoring on the throwing error by the first baseman. We did get the out at first, so 1 out in the inning.
Now batter 10, Dixon Dower.
All right. Zach's first pitch to Dixon Dower is a foul ball. 0-1. Dixon's the left fielder for Brookings. Zach's pitch in the dirt. And the pitch hits Dixon. Hit by pitch, so we'll have a runner on first base. Umpire checks on Dixon. He says he's ready to go, so we'll keep going. As soon as our ump's in position, and he is. Zach Fry's pitch on the outside for strike 1. That one's just a bit further outside than the last one, so that is a ball. And we're even, 1-1. That's low. Ball 2. Zach looks in and gets the sign. Dixon gets his lead off of first, and the throw back. Not in time. Carter collects the ball and throws it back to Zach, and we'll start the process over. Looks in and gets the pitch. Zach delivers, and a swing and a miss. Connor Jones is the first baseman for Brookings. And Zach throws, Connor swings, and Dixon called out at second, trying to steal.
So, yeah, there'd be
So Alexander Johnson
Yeah.
with a nice throw to second base to get the
that trade that Matt asked me about that.
third out of the inning.
You had one hit, no runs?
Stuck up with a bonus.
No, they got one run, yeah.
When we return, it'll be the bottom of the fifth.
Wayzata number 30.
All right, start of the bottom of the fifth inning. Zach Fry is up at the plate. Sutton Schneider is still pitching for Brookings, and Zach hits one into the hole. Shortstop grabs it and gets him out at first. It's a good play by the shortstop. Had a big long throw there. Infield throws it around for the first out of the inning.
Wayzata catcher number 8, Alexander Johnson.
All right. Up next for Wayzata is the catcher Alexander Johnson, who ended the last inning with the throw down to second base to get Dixon Dower, who was trying to steal, out for the final out of the inning. He takes the first pitch for a strike. And that one is in the dirt for ball one. Sutton's pitch inside for a ball. 2-1. Sutton continues to work inside. Counts now 3-1 to Alexander Johnson. 3-1 pitch. Wisely decides not to wear that one because the base was free.
Up to bat number 29, Jacob Miller.
We get a courtesy runner at first base. Can't quite make out the number for Alexander, but we do have one there. And the first pitch to Jake. Oh, throw back to first before we get our first pitch to Jacob Miller, the center fielder. Sutton delivers a breaking ball that doesn't get back to the plate, so 1-0. Second pitch catches the outside of the plate for strike one. Alexander Johnson at the plate. Jacob Miller at the plate. Throw back to first, safe. Joe Rivezzo is on deck for Wayzata. And the pitch, runner goes, ball up in the air. Runner's going to have to get back. And the throw to first is off target. 2 out.
Wayzata third baseman up to bat number 6, Joe Rivezzo.
So that brings up Joe Rivezzo, the third baseman. 2 out for Wayzata. 13-7 the score. And the pitch from Sutton is fouled back. Sutton rocks and fires inside for a ball. The pitch hit over the second baseman's head, and Wayzata is going to have runners at the corner.
What's that?
You definitely seem to be better.
Oh, absolutely. And he does. He does a pretty good job there.
All right, so Wayzata's got runner at the corners, 2 out. Cole Ledman, the shortstop. We have a substitute. We have a sub here. Charlie Lind is at the plate for Cole Ledman, the shortstop. And the pitch, and there for a strike. Second pitch is swung and hit, foul ball. Charlie is down 0-2. Calls for time as he digs in. Here's the pitch from Sutton. High for ball 1. Inside pitch, runner goes to second. They send the runner from third. So Wayzata is going to get a steal.
Yeah, but this is a crossover for South game.
As the runner was safe at second.
2 years ago, I was really keen to go to that game. I was in
And that was a ball. So 2-2.
Yes.
And now our score is 13-8. And a strikeout to end the inning.
28-27.
All right, so that'll take us to the top of the 6th with Brookings leading Wayzata 13-8 at the top of the 5th. So we have a new pitcher for Wayzata. And to come in relief for Zach Fry is Charlie Lind, number 14. First pitch outside for that's 2 balls. And ball's hit to second through past the second baseman. And Brookings has a runner on first.
Now come back for Brookings, right fielder, number 7, Parker.
So Tate Sonnenberg gets on with a single, and now we have Parker Whitty at the plate. Charlie's first pitch is in the dirt. 0-1. Charlie rocks and fires and throws a strike to even the count at 1-1. And bunt is shown. And it looks like we had a balk. Tate Sonnenberg makes his way to second base. The last pitch does not count, so we still sit at 1-1. Charlie goes set. Looks back at Tate and delivers. Swung on and foul ball. Fouled straight back. So that gets our count to 1-2. Charlie set. Delivery up in the air. Right back to the pitcher's mound. Oh, and he drops it. So Parker Whitty gets on an error, fielding error from the pitcher, Charlie Lind, who wasn't able to make that catch on the mound. Sometimes it's difficult to move your feet on the pitcher's mound and catch a ball. Or so I'm told. Okay. Set. A bunt was offered. We have runners on first and second. And Nolan. Looks like Nolan Crookman's up. All right, so Nolan Krugman's up to bat. The count is currently 3-1 for him. Runners on first and second. And Nolan takes a swing and misses to have the count go full. A nice hit up the middle for Nolan. Wayzata throws it home to prevent the run from scoring, and now the bases are loaded.
Now batting rookie center fielder, number 1,
Alright, so the bases are loaded for Jude Mendering, your center fielder, for Brookings. Charlie Lind into pitch for Wayzata. Corners are playing in, and the first pitch is a foul ball for strike one. Bases loaded, no outs. Charlie's pitch is in the dirt to even the count at 1-1. Oh, lost that one on the outside a little bit for the second ball of this at bat for Jude. Come set, and the delivery is outside. Corner still playing in to prevent the run from getting home, but we're going to walk one in to have the score move to 14-8. Bases loaded, still 0 outs.
Now up to bat, Brookings, first baseman, number 6, Noah Lease.
No Lease up to bat for Brookings. Here's the pitch from Charlie, and he gets ahead. 0-1. Charlie's second pitch to Noah is in there for a strike. So Charlie's way ahead here, 0-2. Noah has to battle. And the pitch is outside. One ball and 2 strikes. And that one's low. Count is even. And the pitch outside. Full count for Noah. Baker Hansen's on deck. And the 3-2 pitch. High for ball 4. That runs the score to 15-8.
Up to bat for Brookings, shortstop number 4, Baker Hansen.
So Baker Hansen's up to bat. Ben Schulte on deck. Bases loaded, no outs. Wayzata down 8-15. And the first pitch is swung at and missed.
Where's your brother going to go to school? Marshall, Minnesota. Where? Marshall, Minnesota.
And here's Charlie's pitch to Baker, and it's a ball in the dirt. And Ben
I thought I saw 2 up there.
catcher does a good job of keeping that one in front of him. As any type of fastball at this point is going to bring in runs, with the bases being loaded. Pitch. Pitch behind Ben. 2-1.
Where do you play?
All right. Got time on the field for Charlie Lind to retie his shoe.
They were 11.
Charlie's ready to go. Just misses that one. Runs the count to 3-1. And swing and a miss. Count is full. Just like the last batter.
I don't know if to cancel 2 games, I thinking that was the water sitting over there on the dugout.
And the pitch. Swung on and in play to the shortstop. Looks like his play will be at first base. Scoop is good for 1 out. But we do get a run scoring. So we got runners at second and third base with 1 out.
Now up to bat number 12, Ben Schulte.
Ben Schulte up to the plate. First pitch is high for a ball. Dixon Dowers on deck for Brookings. And the pitch is hit into right field. It should drop in front of the right fielder and does. It's going to score 1 run for sure, and they're going to hold 2. But the mishandle on the cut is going to allow Ben Schulte to get to second base.
Up to bat for Brookings, number 10, Dixon Dowler.
And we got a courtesy runner
Pinch runner on second.
for our catcher, Ben Schulte. Dixon Dower at the plate now. We're ready to go. Runners in second and third, 1 out. Count is not 1 and 2. It is 0-1. As that was Dixon's first pitch that he saw, and it was a strike. And the second pitch is a ball. We're at 1 and 1. Brookings with 1 out, up 9 here, bottom of the 5th, and that pitch is sails past the catcher and will score a run. Ball just slipped out of Charlie's hand. Catcher had no chance at getting that one. So that gets another run in. So we are now, Brookings is now up 10. Runner on third. The pitch is hit up to the shortstop, scoops it up, throws to first, and gets an out. All right, that gets us to 2 outs for this inning, and we got another runner scoring.
Up to bat for Brookings, number 20, Connor Jones.
All right, first baseman Connor Jones steps into the batter's box. Charlie then gets his sign from the catcher, and first pitch is outside for a ball. Second offering results in the second ball. All right, Blues got time as that ball is getting retrieved by the Brookings bench. Charlie's ready to go. Rocks and fires, and that one's over the catcher's head as well. So we got 3-0.
That's why they brought him in.
Yeah, the pitcher before him was out of line, so.
All right. 3 balls, no strikes. 2 out. And the pitch to Connor Jones is the fourth ball he saw, and that is a walk.
Up to bat, designated hitter number 28, Tate Sonnenberg.
All right, Tate Sonnenberg at the plate, the left-handed designated hitter. His last plate appearance resulted in a base hit. Takes the first ball for a strike. Connor Jones on first base. Tate watches the first ball of this at bat. So we're even now, 1-1. Charlie fires high for the second ball of this at bat. 2-1, 2 outs. 19-8 is the score.
Okay, I'm supposed to leave this in the CAPS program.
And that's in there for a strike for Charlie.
Who knows, huh?
2-2.
I'm gonna put it right there.
Caps.
Tate digs back in. And here's the offering from Charlie in the dirt.
Marshall, the other guy in there.
Okay, well, he said, come out here.
So we got 3 and 2, 2 outs.
You are.
1 runner on.
Glad to see it. How long has this game gone on? Forever?
And here's the pitch. Runner goes, and we get a walk. All right. Runners on first and second, and looks like we're going to get a mound visit. It's pretty warm in Fargo today. It's supposed to get up to 95 at some point in time, which could be right about now, which is makes it tough on these boys to sit on in the field here.
2 hours and 10 minutes already?
Let's see.
2 hours and 30 some yesterday for a game. It was just, and he's
All right, looks like Charlie's going to stay in the game.
I'm sweating. I had 3 bottles of water. It's just miserable. And he says, you want to even play again? He says, you won't have to run as far.
87 degrees in Fargo right now.
They said, no, that's not happening.
Up to bat for Brookings, number 7, Parker Whitty.
All right. Parker Whitty's up with 2 outs.
Yeah, they can make
2 on.
They did a really
Lynn's still pitching.
And
And his first pitch is first strike.
And you can always tell the local students, look at the picture, the ball all the way to the mound. The good ones got the ball back.
And his second pitch is a little bit high. Even the count at 1-1
Wants to happen again. I won't
to Parker Whitty.
Last night, the ball in the picture was fantastic.
Inside for a strike
Look at it, every time,
to Parker Whitty.
Been a few times that they've been, the Brookings kid yesterday was, those guys were working like that.
That one's
They were fast.
low. Even the count again. 2 and 2 and 2 out
Walks all the way down.
Yeah. And it's like,
for Parker Whitty at bat. Charlie rocks and fires, and we got a full count again. Will give a slight advantage to our base runners. Charlie gets set. There's the delivery, and he lost control of that one again. Ball gets a bounce right back to the catcher. So no chance for
number 2,
Brookings to score from third there. Bases are loaded. And that rolls the lineup for Brookings. Up at the plate is Nolan Krogman in the 1 hole for Brookings. On the deck is Jude Mindering. All right.
What side were you
From
on?
Wayzata, we have our fourth pitcher of the day, Santiago Tejada. Comes in the top of the sixth with 2 outs and the bases jammed full of Brookings baseball players.
The sun isn't as bad over there.
And Santiago's first pitch is in there for a strike.
I told my wife, growing up in Ohio, somebody said, if you went to Ohio State, you were for Ohio State.
Santiago from the windup,
Ohio State.
and it's a ball.
It's kind of who we are. And,
Kind of how the nature is when you're in a country like that.
it's almost a religion. I'm
The
not
1-1
saying that's good.
No,
in there for a strike.
I'm saying it almost is.
it's like SEC isn't any different or anything.
I can't speak to SEC. I've never seen an SEC.
And the 1-2.
Ravenous.
Another breaking ball in there for a strike, and that ends the inning.
You're on a whole new level for SEC.
Is that right?
Yes, over there. Ravenous.
So going to the bottom of the sixth,
Insane.
we have a score of Brookings 19, Wayzata 8. All right, we're back here in the bottom of the sixth. Sutton Schneider still pitching for Brookings. Carter Anderson up to bat, top of the lineup. And that is strike 2 for Carter. And 3. Got that breaking ball on the corner.
And I looked at Buckeye quarterback and the Michigan quarterback, and I said, Cam is better than he was right now. And I believe that to be true. Certainly the Michigan quarterback. He's better.
All right, Major Nussbaum, the right-hander, second baseman for Wayzata, is up at the plate.
Just toss number 5.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I thought it was a ball.
And he's
No
go.
close, so I put the ball up.
It appears number 5 has been ejected from the game.
Strike out, and he must have said something.
Curveball and kind of hung inside.
So that's what's causing this a little delay here. Have to wait for number 5 to leave the field. And he's walking out of the gate now. All right. Major Nussbaum. His first pitch from Sutton is a strike. Second pitch hit, flared up in the air. It's going to drop for a single for Major Nussbaum.
They were taking out the picture for the 50th time or
A
whatever.
little bloop right to the spot where they can't get it.
We were talking.
Batting for Wayzata, number 12,
And
Cam
I
Abler.
said, well, I told him that. I said, that's it.
All right, that brings up our number 3 hitter for Wayzata, Cam Abler, playing left field.
You know, he was being he was a good guy. He just
Well,
was saying,
looks like we have
but I'm gonna tell you,
some more issues from blue. Number 5 has. All right, we'll move on. All right, we're back in play. Cam Abler ducks out of the way of that pitch. That's the ball.
Where there were 2 out and on first base. And
Gets a strike. Even the count. Abler steps back in the box. And the breaking ball broke just enough to not actually hit Cam.
And there was one of them there that could have gone strike. It wasn't, but I could have. And be out of it, but I
The 2-1. Cam hit it pretty hard, and it's over his head in left field all the way to the fence. And they're going to hold him up with a double. And Major's going to stay at third.
Yeah, okay, you got 2 runs.
Yeah, it's a very hard hit ball out to left field. The left fielder made a great effort try on that. He laid out to try to catch it, just over his glove. And then the ball just rolled up against the fence. It was good play. Good hit. Good effort on defense. All right, Eddie Shope is our next batter for Wayzata. Runners on second and third. And we're ready to go. Sutton's first pitch is a strike. And a ball. It's a strike. Counts 1-2 to Eddie Shope. And the pitch from Sutton is a curveball, and it's hit the second base. We should have it, but he bobbled the ball, and he's safe at first. I think it was the pencil bat. Maybe put some funny spin on it. Anyway, the run scores, and we have runners at the corners. And we have a visit from the mound. We'll have a new pitcher for Brookings.
rather than, well, like.
All right, in for relief for Sutton Schneider is the designated hitter, Tate Sonnenberg.
Chatting for a while, there's two, Zach Ray.
But on last night was just.
And up for Wayzata,
Throw it back up, throw it.
the number 5 hitter, Zach Frey,
Well, I don't think that. I said.
with runners on the corners.
You know, I don't fire a lot of games.
Blue is, oh, found a baseball.
Far, far away, it's like, and I knew Joey.
We'll
when
get
he was
things
there,
underway.
And so I could give him
In the
shit
bottom of the
about
6th
Joey
here,
Ball, like Billy
with
Ball,
Brookings leading
Joey Ball.
19 to 9.
He plays, he gets him in motion when he needs to, he's a good coach. And their mechanics.
Tate's first pitch is
Mechanics are good.
outside, and we got a Wayzata runner scoring, making it 19 to 10. All right. Zach has a runner on second base. Tate gets his sign and throws a strike on the outside part of the plate. Even the count at 1-1.
And I was like under at 21 to 0. He said, why they didn't go for two again.
And the next pitch is just outside, getting
Get out, all he needs is one out.
moving the count to 2-1.
There must be doing the dugout.
Nibbling on that corner. Got the count to 2-2. And the 2-2 to Zach. Same spot. Gets, Tate comes in and gets the strikeout.
I didn't get that. What happened?
There was a ball, like between, as the pitchers were warming up.
Okay. Alexander Johnson, the catcher, is up for Wayzata. We got 2 outs. Runner on second. Tate Sonnenberg in the pitch.
Oh, okay, so
And he throws a ball for 1-0.
And he didn't do it. He had that coming.
Here's the pitch. Catches that outside corner again. 1-1.
I try not to
It's a tough pitch for the right-handed hitters.
Starting pitcher was at 96.
For who?
And the next pitch is in play. Popped up. Shortstop calls off the third baseman, and that is the 3rd out of the 6th inning.
Finally. Don't you play the Halloween?
All right. Score is 19 to 10, and I believe our 8-run rule applies here, and that will be the end of the game.
That's funny, they're coming out that side rather than this side.
After the bottom of
So
the
that's
sixth,
Brookings
Wayzata with 2 runs.
on top of Wayzata, 19 to 10.